Hey, what's up guys, how's it going? So I was gonna film an intro like I normally do, but my mouth is in a lot of pain from having a toothache, so I'm just gonna skip that part and get right into the meat. So I thought I'd catch up with you guys a little bit and give you some view updates and stuff, and then have a little rant about something I've been thinking about lately, about YouTube and sort of about all that stuff, and I'll get into that in a second, but I just wanted to update you guys on where my channel is right now and where my life is and stuff, and just kind of do that, because I haven't vlogged at you guys in a while. So as far as my channel is concerned, I have a few things in the works right now. I'm making a few changes to the way I sort of do things because of what I'm about to talk about in a second. Right now I have a short film in the works. It's pretty cool. The special effects in it are taking a really long time, which is why it's taking a while to put out. But that'll be out here in hopefully in the next few weeks. I'm going to be super busy with prom and with a bunch of whole other senior stuff, and I'm hoping that'll be up soon. As far as life is going, like I just said, I got a whole bunch of senior stuff going on, and my life is pretty much a whole huge at the moment. So anyway, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was sort of the thoughts I've been having about YouTube and sort of the direction that YouTube is taking as of right now, and just kind of that whole the whole thing about YouTube at the moment. Now, I'm not the first person to talk about this because it seems like everybody and their mother is talking about the current state of YouTube, but I thought I'd put my own voice in because I've been watching some of these videos and they've really been bringing things to my mind that I feel like I should say, because I've been on this site for a really long time and I've seen it grow and change, and I don't know, I have very strong feelings about this website. Stop it. My cat's playing with my lens cap. Oh good, now the dog and the cat are having a conflict. Anyway, I have been a part of YouTube since I was in 7th grade, so that might have been around 2010, 2011, something like that. And before that, I was an active viewer of YouTube. I used to watch YouTube videos all the time. I used to just take active part in it, and it's always been something that's been a huge part of my life. And I've sort of talked about it as a concept several times before, so I won't delve into that too much. But I have seen YouTube change a lot, and you know, everything changes, and change is a good thing, don't get me wrong. But I feel like a lot of the time with YouTube, changes are happening for the worse. And while that may not be entirely universal, I feel like there are a lot of things that are happening right now that, to me personally, are quite sad and quite disheartening. I feel like YouTube has really taken a shift in the direction of business and in the direction of uniformity and popular culture, and YouTube has slowly become sort of a black hole of creativity. Now, when YouTube first started, it was like the Wild West of the internet. You could do anything and everything, and everybody was doing anything and everything. Hello, cat. If you wanted to make movies, you could make movies. You wanted to make music, you could make music. Everybody was doing everything, and it was sort of, you know, while at the same time it was sort of a clusterfuck of, you know, doing what everybody wants. At the same time, it was just this huge microcosm of beautiful creativity, and I don't know, it was very invigorating. It was really inspiring. For a lot of people, the money they made off of YouTube was barely enough to make a living off of, and you know, in the beginning, I feel very much like most creators were on here because they had a love for what they do, and they continued to do it despite the fact that, you know, it was taking up hours in their day and they weren't making very much money, but they did it because it was something that they loved to do. And I don't know, I feel like people have sort of started to lose that. Now, a lot of the time, using myself as an example, I do this because I love it, okay? I make no money off of this. It takes up a lot of my hours in the day. I have very few subscribers, and I'm not complaining about any of those things. But what I'm trying to say is, when I'm spending, you know, like 2 weeks editing a video, it's because I love to do it and because that's what I want to put up. And quite frankly, the people that I love to watch are those people, the ones that they put all this creativity into what they do, and they spend weeks doing these things, and maybe they don't put up a video all that often, but when they do, it's quality, and I love to watch it because I feel like their heart and soul has gone into it. And I feel like now a lot of creators are on here just because they've seen other people make a lot of money and have a lot of fame and whatever, and that's now the norm, is you want to get on YouTube because you want to make money. Which again, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. It's good for people to have sort of that, like, it's a natural part of life to want to be accepted and to want to make a living. But I really feel like sort of the newcomers onto YouTube are not going through that phase anymore of doing everything and trying everything, because it's been established, this is what works, this is what you should do. And quite honestly, that's upsetting to me, because I feel like if we don't have those new creators that are trying everything and doing a bunch of crap, you're losing new things. Like, diversity is what makes things great. That's a rule of nature, you know, you mutate to survive. It's a weird way of putting it. And I feel like a lot of that is people, you know, audience's fault, because because of the way the internet has evolved, it's become increasingly hard to find sort of the positivity in being new and being crappy. I feel like a lot of the time now, if you go into any comment section of somebody who's just starting, it's just a lot of negativity, because it's like, why don't you have all your videos in 1080p and you have the perfect audio and perfect this and perfect that and blah blah blah. And I'm 100% guilty of giving into that sort of thing. Like, some of my recent videos have totally been pandering, and that was sort of the whole idea behind the Time for a Change series. You know, the future version of myself it says to me, you know, like, you've lost who you are, you're just doing what the crowds want. And me being, you know, the caricature of my actual self, I say, well, I'm doing it for the dollar bills, y'all. Now, I'm not actually doing it for the dollar bills, y'all, because, like I said before, I make no money off of this site. Like I said before, I make no money off of this site. But I feel like that was especially true for myself, that I was doing a lot of things just because I wanted to get views. And I was really losing that, like I've mentioned before, that creativity of just doing everything and trying everything. And so really that's what I'm trying to do now. And I enjoy more watching people who are doing that. They're just doing whatever it is they want on whatever schedule they want. And they're spending time to do quality things rather than, you know, people, I don't want to name names or anything, but like certain vloggers that they do the same thing every single time and every single day, but they get money and they get views. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you like to watch, that's totally fine. I don't want to make it sound like I'm hating these things just because they're popular. There is absolutely nothing wrong with liking something that's popular. I think if you're liking something just because it's popular, that's a problem. But I feel like if you like something that's popular, that's not a problem. It's okay to like things that are popular. I just feel like with YouTube now, a lot of what's popular isn't what's the best thing. A lot of my favorite creators have under 1 million subscribers, and a lot of my favorite creators don't put up videos every day or even every week. Or I would rather watch one video a month from somebody who looks like they really care about what they're doing than watch 10,000 hours of a vlogger who puts up a video every day of them standing in front of their kitchen, like, talking about how hashtag so relatable. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on this topic. But yeah, I've got that new short coming up next-ish weekish, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll check you later. Peace. Bye!